finally, after years and years and years of not having transport, like we've never had transport, we now can borrow the box in the week. So it's a massive, because I don't know if you guys have seen how much it is to hire a box or hire transport, or to even like just a self-drive is so expensive. So it's a massive, like, especially, and then add on the clinic, like add on the cost of the lesson, the arena hire, like it just wasn't affordable for us to do. So now that we can borrow this box, it's going to help a lot this year. So hence why you guys we aim to set up a YouTube channel and you guys can tag along. It was in a big part because we now have transport, which is a huge relief and very exciting.
Cody has a solo transported, is that a word? I don't know. In a while, probably since she was a baby. She's always had Corey there for the past couple of years.
I was thinking about this. She's been to 2 fun rides. One she went on her own in, and then she went to a jump clinic when she was 6.
Yeah.
On her own. That's been it. The rest of the time she's always had someone in there. And also, I think she travels better in a box than she does a trailer. So I don't know if you want to tell the story, Max, because you were there about when she first travelled.
So this was Honey was Kirsty's 16th birthday present from our mum. How much was she? Like 300 quid?
250 quid.
Yeah, so she, again, 16th birthday present, she got a pony. Obviously Kirsty wasn't there when we collected her. And I remember her, I don't know if she jumped onto the trailer or jumped off the trailer, I forgot which one it was. But midway through, or I don't even remember it that much, was like a baby. Not a baby, but a child. But I remember her getting stuck in the trailer. So you obviously have the trailer and you've got the triangle bit of the trailer. She got herself wedged in that because she was able to turn, but then couldn't obviously turn back, so she got stuck. And it probably took them half an hour to get her unstuck. So obviously that's a very like traumatic experience for her first time being in a trailer. So hence why she struggles to travel. She has no idea. She has no idea, do you? You look very cute though with your new haircut. Hello. But look, you have no idea, do you, honey bunny? You're lucky, you're cute. It's also scary.
She moves like a map with no borders, a whisper caught in the wind. I see her boots at the corner cafe with a
She has no idea that I'm a
notebook and a grin. She's chasing skies I've never named while I stay in my lane. But something in the way she moves keeps pulling at my chain. Oh, traveler, you carry the sun in your stride, leaving behind what I hold inside. If I don't ask your name today, I may never get the chance to walk beside your wandering dance. She hums a tune I've never heard in languages I can't speak. She writes down cities on her wrist and dreams she'll never keep. I sip my coffee, miss my cue, still anchored by my fear. But time rolls on like open roads, and soon she won't be here. Oh, traveler, you carry the sun in your stride, leaving behind what I hold inside. If I don't ask your name today, I may never get the chance to walk beside your wandering dance. Maybe next year in Madrid or on some quiet mountain ridge, I'll see you turn and I'll be brave. But what if courage comes too late? Oh, traveler, the world is your open gate, and I just stood afraid of fate. If I don't take that step today, you'll vanish with the train, and I'll never see your smile again.
So, Penny's out the box. Now, she's back at home, she's grazing. You didn't even take a video of that.
No, I didn't. I'll probably have to take another video a bit later so we can like talk about it a bit more once I've seen the videos. Because I've only seen like, because we're in such a rush because we've got to try and like get the girls out, especially because Honey gets quite sweaty on the box. It's like sort everything out and then drop you to work. So I've not really looked at the videos yet, so I'll probably do another little bit of a video what we thought when we have time to look back at it. But you know, it's like, I think the first thing was the travel, because we were a bit worried about the travelling. We know she travels better on a box, and I feel like after watching like how she was today, I feel like she definitely travels better on a box. Like she's more that, like, even though she's very good, she doesn't make a fuss, she gets on and off, she's so sweet, bless her. But she got very, very warm, which meant she had a bath. Like I say, a bath. We threw cold water at her when we got off the box, when we got there, and we had like 10-15 minutes to let her hand graze and calm down a bit before we got back on. And then, like I was saying, go to the bath and get on for the lesson. And then afterwards, we got, like after the lesson, we put her back on the box again, walked on fine, really sweet in the box, she's so good. But when we got back, she'd sweated up again. So the only thing I would say is we put her in a rug to try and keep her warm because I thought she'd get a bit sweaty on the way. But that had, I wouldn't say she was any worse for it because when we got back it was the same amount of sweat. But next time I won't rug her. It was only like a little lightweight fleece, so it didn't do anything. But yeah, next time it's just not worth it. Like she wasn't, it didn't, because she was warm, it just made her warm, like more warm, I guess. So yeah, didn't do that. Did offer her water, she didn't want any water. I was trying to like get cups of water in my hand and try and get her to have some on her.
Just like, no.
But like she wasn't stressed, like blowy. Like she wasn't, she was calm on and off the box. Like she was calm around the box, she just got sweaty. But then also, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but she is not clipped. So whether that has a little bit of impact, because over winter we don't go anywhere, so like we might as well keep her clipped because she's not having to work hard or do anything other than go on a walkie hack once or twice a week. So whether actually we need to consider clipping her a bit sooner than I thought we would, we'll have to look into that and have a conversation, I think. But in the clinic it was good.
She was tired.
She was tired. I think, and when I say tired, I wouldn't say she was unfit tired because she wasn't, again, she wasn't blowy.
She also even sweat, so like she obviously dried off and then didn't sweat up again.
Yeah, she wasn't sweaty in the session. But I think she was like mentally exhausted from the journey. Bear in mind the journey's 15-20 minutes, so it's not long at all. She was in the box. But like I think just obviously it takes a lot of core strength to hold themselves in the box to keep up with the movement and everything. And like just mentally, like it's like when you guys do something, like I'm such a, what's it called, I really am like hugely introverted, like so when I have a day with people I'm exhausted mentally afterwards, and I feel like that was how we could say Honey was. Like just the journey for her was mentally exhausting. So then when she gets to the clinic, I was saying to Bex, I felt like I had to like nag her a bit. Like obviously I was being very careful because I could feel how exhausted she was from the journey, and we wanted to make sure it was a nice experience. But like Honey is very much like
Forward.
She's very forward. She's push button go. So, and to be fair, as soon as we added a little bit of canter in, she was like, she perks up quite a lot then. But she was, even though that perked her up because she was excited for doing a bit of canter work around the poles, you could, like, she just couldn't get her legs moving. She was still so tired. So even with canter pole work, we only did like 2-3 strides, or she couldn't put herself into it at all. So she was so tired, bless her. So you'll see in the videos we gave her a lot of breaks. Like while other people might have done 3 or 4 repetitions, we probably did 2. And then gave her a break because we just want to make sure we weren't pushing her too hard. She enjoyed it. But yeah, bless her, she was very good. I will say, I know I'm wearing green on green. It's not a look, it's not a vibe. But it was like, I got basically Honey's cross country colours and probably G's would be green and pink. So when there was green and pink jumpers, like is it black for the question, and there was a hoodie, I was like, oh cracking, I'll wear one or the other on a day. But I don't know how to say, like it was just, what do you call it, I have a lot of jiggly bits and I felt like the jumper was holding it in, so I wanted to keep the jumper on, so it's not a look. I will hopefully do something about that before the next outing. Now we've been paid.
Also, we did give her karma before she went on the box, so we're thinking that might have something to do with her being just not, she wasn't out of it, she was obviously still there,
but like
she was just
tired.
really tired, and she wasn't forward. And it's just not really like Connie not to be forward.
Yeah.
She's very like excitable, fiery, sassy, man.
But she only had a tiny bit as well of the calm, and we just
Yeah, it
thought, oh,
wasn't
this will
a lot.
help her out. Like, just to, not even, I wouldn't even say she had the amount her weight tells her to have. But we just thought, oh, this will help her a little bit because she hasn't been out in a while. I don't want it to be a horrible experience for her. But actually, yeah, that's another thing, like, where you're thinking, did that contribute to the just being a bit tired? Yeah. So next time we're going to try on not doing that. Because, like I say, she was very good on that.
Yeah, she was actually better than I was expecting. I thought she was going to be so stressy.
I thought she'd be screaming the whole way, and actually, once she was on the box,
and like she didn't look like a ball of energy, like not energy, but like a ball of stress.
Yeah, on the box itself, she looked quite relaxed.
Yeah, like she didn't look like a ball of stress when you were riding
used
her.
to being in a car, like going quicker than faster.
She looked quite relaxed, which I was surprised about.
Yeah.
So that's something.
And you watched it more. I will say that the instructor was good. She recognised that Honey needed more breaks as well. So like that was really nice. The people in the lesson were really sweet, and they all did super well. There was a photography guy there, Martin Fox Photography. So we'll see what the photos are like, whether I'm like looking like a leprechaun. What else was I thinking about?
I don't know.
What did you think then?
I said what I thought.
Or like, how did you think the lesson was though?
What do you mean?
Like, do you think we did a good job on the lesson?
Oh yeah, it was more surprising to see her not in a tiz. Because I thought she was going to be in a tiz.
I wonder as well, like, whether it's just maturity. Because bear in mind, guys, the last time I took her to like Polework clinics and things like that. I say clinics. One clinic, one arena hire do something similar. She'd have been about 6 or 7. Like, she was very young. So whether like there's the maturity aspect, like she's just a bit more mature and self-confident now, like when she's actually out and about. But I was saying to Bex, I'm glad the first experience was a clinic, because like, yeah, she was needed more breaks than the others did, but she also was hoping she'd feel more confident seeing how calm and confident the other horses were in the arena, and I think that did help. Like, she didn't go in there like spooky or worried, but I think in part of that is because she saw how relaxed the other horses were, which was part of my hope. So I think that did help. But yeah, we'll have a look at the videos later. We might add another bit of an outro once I've looked at the videos. But I would like to say again, please ignore the jiggly bits. Please remember, we've only just started taking her out. So be kind, please.